Today, I'm here to do a complete and detailed NordVPN tutorial. I'll show you how to install the app, how to use NordVPN features in detail, and we'll share some tips and tricks that most tutorials don't even bother to mention. So, the first thing I have to go through in this NordVPN setup tutorial is helping you pick the plan. The Plus plans are mostly useful for their password manager. Honestly, I wouldn't suggest it unless you need it for sure, as the basic plan covers every NordVPN feature and the pricing is more than reasonable. Okay, once you have an account, the next thing to do is download the NordVPN app, which you can do straight from their website. And just a reminder that you can get an extra discount via the link in the description and comments. I always keep those up to date with the best and newest deals for you. Let's dive into the app itself. I have the Windows version here. Don't worry though, I'll cover the main differences between the apps for different operating systems. So, how easy is it to use NordVPN? I found it to be very intuitive and self-explanatory. To connect to a server, I can either move around the map or choose a country from this drop-down list. After you select a country you want to connect to, just wait for a second or two, and yeah, it's done, and you're safe and connected. Speaking of that, there are over 5,600 servers at this time of making this VPN tutorial, so for beginners, I recommend not overthinking it and simply using the quick connect button. It will automatically pick the closest and fastest server. That's great for most daily activities. So if you ask me, is NordVPN easy to use? I'll say, no doubt. Now let me walk you through some crucial configuration steps. One of the initial tasks to perform is verifying the tunneling protocol. On Windows, it can be found in the Connection tab of the Settings menu. I highly recommend selecting NordLynx as the tunneling protocol. This protocol utilizes the modern CHA-20 encryption cipher and provides the fastest performance, surpassing not only NordVPN's own standards, but also those of other VPN providers. Opting for NordLynx means smooth browsing experiences without long loading times and seamless streaming of geo-block content without buffering. Yes, you heard it right. NordVPN is particularly reliable for streaming geo-block content. In my recent testing, I successfully unblocked hard-to-reach libraries like Japan alongside other streaming platforms. Alright, let's get back to the topic at hand. In the Connection tab, you can also locate the Auto Connect function. This feature is crucial for me, especially when working from local cafes. Given that public networks are susceptible to security breaches, it is better to be safe than sorry. I added a couple of trusted networks here since I don't need an automatic VPN connection 24/7, especially if I'm at home. All the connection settings I haven't mentioned are up to preference or to make your life easier. I won't waste your time diving deep into it, as there's always NordVPN guide explanations. Moving on to the general settings, most of these are based on personal preference. However, if you intend to use the VPN on a daily basis, I strongly advise enabling the auto launch feature. By the way, here's a short NordVPN Mac tutorial on this. The General tab is where you'll find the protocol settings. The most critical aspect is enabling the kill switch. On Windows PC, there are two types of kill switches available. It is vital to activate at least one of them to prevent any data leaks. NordVPN iPhone and Mac users don't have to do anything in this case, as the kill switch is automatically implemented. Something Apple users won't see though is split tunneling. It's quite useful if you only want certain apps to use the VPN connection, or if you want to exclude a few when connected to NordVPN. How to use this feature? On Windows, simply turn it on. Select the type of split tunneling and add the desired apps. Now that the setup is complete, let's explore the specialty servers. In the main window, you'll find a few of them in the drop-down menu. One of these is the double VPN server, which chains two VPN servers together, providing an extra layer of encryption. This is an excellent additional security feature, particularly useful for journalists, activists, and other privacy enthusiasts. In addition to the double VPN server, there are P2P servers optimized for torrenting. Also, if you have a dedicated IP subscription, this is where you can access it in the menu. Now, these two are a bit more hardcore, but they're great in the face of censorship or heavy internet restrictions. Now let's continue this NordVPN tutorial with a feature overview. By clicking on the shield icon, you can access the threat protection feature, which protects you from ads, malicious websites, and detects harmful files. This is real-time protection, similar to what most antiviruses offer. Even though NordVPN is primarily a VPN and not an antivirus, it is surprisingly effective based on my own testing. So yeah, I highly recommend keeping this feature on at all times. A quick note to Mac users though, the App Store version of the NordVPN app only has Threat Protection Lite. To access the full range of capabilities, you can download the NordVPN app directly from their official website. To ensure that you have enabled all of the essential features, you can check the Security Score tab, which is accessible from the sidebar. By the way, if you're enjoying this NordVPN guide so far, please let me know by clicking the like and subscribe buttons and help us on our way to 1,000 subscribers on this, our UK channel. The icon that you can see below the threat protection is for MeshNet, great for hosting and securing virtual LAN parties or connecting to remote devices. Although this feature may seem more complex, NordVPN provides detailed directions and explanations for each step. I'm actually impressed how even the most advanced features are so easily to set up. That's just one more reason why I often recommend NordVPN for beginners. Still, MeshNet is kind of a niche feature that not all of us need, but the dark web monitor is something each of us can appreciate. Again, learning how to use NordVPN in this case is very easy. You can activate it with a click. If the monitor detects any leaks, it will let you know in an instant. And what if something doesn't work? Well, then I can reach out to support just in a few seconds straight from the app. I find it super convenient that I can just fill in the questions in the pop-up window. Now, as you probably noticed, not all features are available for Mac users, but Macs happen to have their own exclusive features that you won't see in a NordVPN desktop tutorial. One of them is a preset. Even though there are some pre-existing presets available, I typically use this function to watch my shows when outside of the UK. It allows me to configure quick access and connection to any website. Now, we mostly covered PC and Mac things, so a question arises: how to use NordVPN on a phone? Does it differ that much? Not really. Sure, the layout is adjusted to a mobile device, but the apps are still very similar. I already mentioned a couple of differences, but here's a quick NordVPN Android or NordVPN iPhone tutorial. Both apps have these standard features and they're quite similar in terms of looks and functionality. The two main differences I found are these. Only Android has split tunneling, and it also happens to be the only app that offers a 7-day free trial if you purchase through the Google Play Store initially. Now, there may be additional features and options that you will find on the app, such as referral programs to get a free month or customization options for the app's appearance. However, by now you should be familiar with all the essential features for the NordVPN apps. While listening to someone's experience with NordVPN that is helpful, I recommend trying to use the app yourself to explore all of its features. NordVPN manages to strike a balance between security and ease of use, which makes it an excellent choice for personal data protection. Additionally, the app delivers fast performance and the process of setting up the VPN is straightforward, which makes it a top choice for many users. And that's why I recommend trying it out. To get yourself a discount, you can use the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.